My mentalities and ideologies around Indigenous education were prior to attending, as they are today, that this is something that needs to happen, that improvement in the education that we deliver is absolutely necessary. But I think it was affirmation that it was bigger than just me and bigger than what I was trying to do at Mapoon, and that there was a real fight, a real war happening, the good kind of fight. Certainly the challenges were, as you see across the region really, low literacy, low numeracy and general low outcomes, and minimal amount of students succeeding beyond Year 12. Why Indigenous people have the poor sense of national identity that we do at the moment, or that they do, is basically the low expectations of others. I think those ideas about Indigenous students being unable to achieve at the same level are basically a farce and perpetuated by ignorance. And I think that when children are late for school or they have difficulties at home, making excuses for them on that basis is not going to help them to succeed. You just become part of the problem then. So it's about not making excuses, realising the world won't make excuses for them and won't accept those excuses, and expecting better. I think there's a lot to be said between outcomes versus expectations. Basically, we unpacked that ideology that an Indigenous child has equal learning capacity to a non-Indigenous child, and my staff were really good with that. They agreed with that. They were also quick to sort of say, oh yeah, but all these things impact on their ability to learn at school, but that's not our job. That's aside from that. We can do the best that we can do in the time that we have the kids, and make a difference to their life outside of school as well, by giving them hope, by giving them the academic outcomes they need to change their own situations. Education is a journey, and in that way it will be ongoing, but I certainly, in student reading levels, being able to look at the significant jump that they've made. Basically, we're looking at non-readers who are now readers, non-writers who are now writers. So that's a measurable difference, not just in terms of my data at school, but in terms of their lifestyle and being able to pick up a magazine or go down the shop and read the price tag and so on makes a huge difference in their lives. People, I think, look at these things as a success because they think that it's matched to that mentality that's basically hard to achieve, but I don't think it is. It's making this school what it always should have been, and delivering a level of education that we've happily delivered to non-Indigenous students for many, many years, but have denied our Indigenous students. So it's not about success, it's about making a standard that should always have existed. I see people who, when they're given an education that is worthy of them, and when they're given opportunity and they're given belief in themselves that they enjoy education, that they want to be there. Everyone likes to succeed, everyone likes to feel like they've achieved something and learnt something, and to feel praise and success. The more good news that comes out of this region about what students can do is changing the mentality of broader Australia and making them realise that, well, this is something that these kids can achieve. So it's about changing our national identity as much as it is about changing student identity and outcomes.